Hello and welcome back to another episode of Nerding Out and Geeking Out. I'm Luke.
I'm Greshan.
And I'm James.
And before we get into the episode, we want to firstly apologise for missing 2 weeks ago an episode. We mentioned very briefly during a previous episode that I set the kitchen slightly on fire. I also did my foot, and during the recording of those episodes, I had frozen peas on it. Wasn't enough. I was quite unwell. I had 2 lots of antibiotics because of an infection, and basically my foot went quite bad for a month and a half, 2 months-ish. So what we recorded back then, which was at the time a backlog, so we wouldn't run out of episodes, ran out.
Yep. We have now caught up.
And now we've caught up, including YouTube. So this will be on YouTube on the Monday at the same time as the Spotify.
It was planned. We planned this.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So we are back. And during a bit of the recovery, we actually played a game, which is today's main topic. Space Marine 2. Yes, there is a display.
There's a lot of Warhammer.
Yes. These ones over here aren't actually on my latest video, so go check that out on Crazy Maker Nerd.
Yeah,
And the
super
ones
cool.
over on the other side are a small amount of what I did in lockdown.
A small piece of
Yes.
No.
So that's what's in front of you, including a very, very old version of Getting Started in Warhammer from, I think, 8th edition, which I bought just because it had a
For those
Space Marine.
listening, you just watch the video.
Yeah, just look at the video very briefly and then put it back in your pocket.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure we could do a snippet.
Snippet. Yeah.
Yeah, like just of this insane
Oh,
table.
our
setup.
picture should be us going like,
Yeah.
looking up at the sky, hands up, and then behind us is the Orc Flyers coming down at us. Maybe we could give ourselves Space Marine like helmets and stuff. That'd be cool. Anyway, that sounds like good Photoshop fun for later. So we're going to kick off the first segment by essentially recapping what happens in the lore of Space Marine 1, which leads into Space Marine 2, which I've become very old school, and I wrote a load of notes. So let me get my notes out.
Have you got your glasses?
I don't actually, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So the first thing that is the most important thing is apparently Roboutier Guilliman equals Boutte. That was the note written by my wife. So Space Marine 1
Introduced Titus.
introduced Titus.
Yep.
He essentially gets sent to a planet called Gaia, which is a forge world, which houses a Titan. It's currently under a Orc war. So in the first one, the main villains at the start are the Orcs. Very much standard weird boys and what are they all called? Standard Orc hard boys and one big mech mega boss. Basically, lots and lots of big shooty guns and topless orcs, basically.
And the mech orc was kind of like a dreadnought.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone listening's like seen the model of Gazgaral Fracker, who's like the big bad in a lot
Oh,
of
that
things.
name just rolls right off the top.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. I can remember these things. He's got a big mechanical claw, a mechanical hand, a bit kind of like an exoskeleton suit thing, and a big like iron jaw piece attached to his actual jaw, because big means order. So that's the main villains. The idea
At the
is
beginning. At the beginning.
at the beginning. So Titus has to get through the planet and essentially stop them with Leandros and Sidonus. I can't remember his second name. The old guy,
Yeah.
who, spoiler alert, dies off in it. They have to save the Imperial Guard because basically there's an Imperial bastion there who are currently under siege of the Orcs. The Orcs taking all of their defences and they're stranded.
I mean,
Titus goes in.
whoa. Imperial Guard needing help?
Yes.
What are you on about?
Yes,
That's
the cannon
never
fodder are
happened.
dying.
Imperial Guard are never in trouble.
They get through. They basically save the bastion, and then it gets to the point that there's an Inquisitor Dragos, who is in charge of an ancient power device that they have to go and save. They go and save him. Then they get to a point where they try and take down the Orc ship. The Orc ship comes down. Then they try and use the power device to either destroy all the Orcs or split the planet in half. It does neither. It opens a massive portal to the warp.
Yep. Turns out Dragos was
A puppet.
actually no. It turns out actual Dragos had died
Yeah.
a while ago, and was actually a puppet to a demon.
Yes. Called Nemiroff. Lord Nemiroff, who comes out of the warp and basically says all of this, that what's been going on.
Neveroth wants to use the power source to achieve ultimate godhood or demonhood. Sorry.
Yeah, he wants to become a demon prince,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Which basically means he becomes a 50-foot tall, weird-looking demon thing, essentially.
Want something that everybody strives for.
Yeah, either that or he just gets a little bit buffer and gets like a Primaris model. There's two ways it goes.
Yeah. Sure,
Depending on what Games Workshop wants to sell you at the time. It comes to the end. Titan basically pushes Nemiroff off the top of the tallest point in a long series of fight scenes, kills him off by basically squeezing his head, and it goes pop. But because Nemiroff was at the time touching the warp when Titus attacked him, and because Titus earlier in the game was able to touch this power source, he is said to be a heretic
Oh,
by Leandros.
little bitch.
He's a little bitch.
Is just
If you take anything away, Leandros is a little bitch.
to be fair, for anyone who's not played this game, Leandros is that one person that's just like the biggest like rule follower of just like, oh, but
He's a
like
complete narc.
but mom and dad said that we are not allowed to do this, so we have to follow these rules. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And as such has earned the name little bitch.
A little bit. Leandra, a little bitch.
Yeah.
So
That's
basically,
his title.
yeah.
At this point,
Sir, little bitch of the bitchiness. So basically, Titus, even though he's killed this big bad,
he saved the planet.
he saved the planet. Nah. So, in the words of Greshan.
A little.
So, at the end of the game, the Inquisitors come down, and with the Black Templar, I'm like, oh, you touch the warp. You are a heretic.
Yeah,
you must come with us.
We're going to investigate you. Well, no, you have to either come with us or everybody you've been working with, including the Militarum and just everyone there, would be considered to be heretics and would be purged. Or
Exterminatus.
Yes.
Then there's a little bit in between, which is, I didn't know this actually until today when I was researching, the 8-bit Doom style game Bolt Gun.
No,
Yeah.
you lost me.
It's a great game. It's like going back into the 90s and playing like the old Doom game,
Okay.
but they've done a Space
Doom
Marine
1964,
one basically.
yeah.
And the entire basis of it is a Space Marine goes down to Gaia and finds the 5 fragments of the thing that blows up from Titus, and then hands it over to the Mechanicum.
Oh, okay.
So that is the middle bit.
So that's so that's how the Mechanicum end up getting
Yes.
the power source,
Exactly.
which we find out about in Space Marine 2.
Yes.
I see. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because there was
Because that bit was never covered.
yeah, because it's not covered in the main Space Marine franchise, but it is covered in that game.
I see.
Which is funny. I didn't know because I'd only played like the first little segment, and I went, "Oh, it like looks similar to what Titus did," but I didn't really get it until I had to get all the way through it. But yeah,
That's cool.
So that brings us up to the stuff that I think you guys were looking at just before. Do you want to take it away? Take it away now.
Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
So off of like some of the conversations that you find in between kind of the cutscenes of Space Marine 2, you find out that basically in that time Titus has been put into cryosleep.
He had a nap.
Yeah.
a big nap.
He had a very long nap, which is an odd way of being investigated.
Yep.
But I'd assume during that stage of being in cryosleep, I'm sure they would have been testing him somehow.
That or they didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, true.
What do we do with this guy that saved an entire planet?
But has also been accused of being a heretic.
What do we do? You're having a long nap.
Yeah. So
Bigger snappers.
Ah.
So that happens. At some point he gets woken up and said, right, you got 2 choices. You either die or you go, you give up your colors and go serve time in the Death Watch.
And the Death Watch are...
The Death Watch is, I want to say, I know it's a punishment, but they're also super cool because they are. I like to think of them
Coolest
as
punishment ever.
but
No, that would be a nap for him.
Ah, yes.
To be
yes.
fair,
For 200 years sleep.
I would consider Death Watch to be the special forces
Yeah.
of any army. Like they are the best of the best. They are the elite of the elite. And of course, you have to remember for normal people, people are like, oh, that's great. You know, you want to go to the best team, of course. But for these guys, their chapters, their colors, they're so fiercely loyal to them, right? That's like that is them. So for them to actually give up their colors and move to this squad is actually super painful.
So there's two versions as well of Death Watch. So there are those that sacrifice their colours for punishment, but there are some people who go across willingly and they keep their right pauldron colours with their logo on it still as well. Which I found out as well today because I didn't realise that. I thought I'd seen it before, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, there's two options basically. Either you're recruited or you're forced.
I assumed you would have had there must have been some people who were recruited because otherwise, imagine you're the first Space Marine to get punished. Sorry, lads, you're going to be on the special forces on your ones. Good luck.
You really do bitch.
But yes, that happens.
Not the little bitch Leandros is. How could you?
That happens. James, do you remember much of the first mission? So this is when he's
Blinking.
yeah. It's
Accessing data files.
it's in the queue.
Brain activating.
Aye.
Memory banks empty.
Yeah.
Would you like me to take it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I can't
You played it like a few weeks ago.
I know.
So
Things have happened since then.
I can't remember the exact planet, but Death Watch are sent out to sort out a planet that's got I would say a bit of an infestation of NIDs.
Yes, High Fleet Leviathan has hit, which is what, if you are a wargaming fan, the Leviathan box set aligns to that they released for 40k. Where it was Space Marines and NIDs.
I'm getting mixed up between the campaign and the...
Oh, the different modes.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Fair
Oh
enough.
yeah, we've played a lot of the other modes as well.
Yeah, which we will talk about in a sec. But effectively, he goes there. I mean, you get to play as Titus for... This is basically your first mission of the game.
Yeah.
You kind of get used to all the controls. The ship effectively crashes, so Titus is all on his own. He goes, gets the mission done, great, but also gets overrun with NIDs and dies. Or so we thought. During that time, they basically resuscitate him and choose to make him a Primaris Marine. Now,
By the Primaris doctrine.
I was wondering if you actually had the scale difference of a normal Space Marine to a Primaris.
Kind of. Yeah, the one on the front and the one next to him are Primaris and normal. They're just slightly. So yeah, there's a good few foot change.
Yes, I mean it's effectively like every bone effectively broken or taken out and replaced with other with either mechanical parts or other bones, I suppose.
Yeah.
Don't really know.
There's a version of the doctrine that's been re-synthesized, and they say, oh, it's the better version, it's more pure, which is ironic because the Space Marines were meant to be pure. Basically, Games Workshop wanted to make bigger models.
They wanted more money.
They wanted bigger models, so when people took up the hobby, the dudes were easier to paint, seems to be the main thing. They remove a load of the detail on a lot of the basic stuff now.
Are you sure it just wasn't them wanting people to now buy another additional army?
Well, that too. Probably.
That's what I always saw it as.
Yeah.
So do they still sell the smaller boys as you put them?
On and off. They do certain releases. Most recently they did blind boxes of heroes, and then they've also released older models that have been redone in resin, I think. And
Oh, I
then,
see. So like this is just a normal model now.
Yeah, that's just a normal height, and then that was like the older one. Although that one that's in inverted commas, the older one, is still a little teeny bit taller. Because the really, really, really old looking stuff, like the ones riding the lizards,
Yeah, they
are a
do.
lot shorter. They cut so over generations, like scale creep has occurred. So it goes from being kind of 25 to 28 mil up to about 38 mil for a human size, and these are taller than humans.
Right.
So if you look at the old like Astra Militarum models, they are tiny in comparison to the newer ones. So it's all kind of like, which is what, which is why like most of the ones that I've painted that are in front of you and the ones that I've got in my boxes, I've kind of tried to bump some of the bases up so like all the Terminators are roughly the same height.
Right.
Because like on the front, there's like a tiny, tiny old Terminator on the left, and then right next to it, with the big guns behind, is meant to be the same type. And as you can see, the scale creep over the years. And there's a new one that's come out again now. It's even bigger.
Job to keep them the same height. Like,
it's
there.
I tried to keep the same height, so at least that was.
Oh yeah, you can tell that. Yeah.
One is made of heavy metal, and the other is not.
Why is one lead and the other one not?
Yeah.
One's made of dead dinosaurs.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And one is made of what could kill you.
Beautiful.
One that used to be in fuel.
So yes, we divulged, but yes, there's scale creep, and they got bigger as Primaris, and their armor upgraded as well. So they went to the Mark 10 power armor, which is a lot more, I would say, smooth. It's a lot more smooth and less angular.
Modern.
Less
modern.
Less knighthood-esque.
Yeah. Other than the
Pauldrons?
no, the guys with the swords. I can't remember the Knight Errants, I think it is. Which are the ones with the big shields and stuff. Those ones go more knighty.
Ah, okay.
Because those didn't really exist before Primaris models. The closest you got was Grey Knights, which are always knighty, but they are like, if you see them now, they're like super stumpy legs and they look really wrong compared to the new models. But yeah, so they got bigger, harder, better, stronger, faster, and all that.
Mm-hmm. So Titus gets the upgrade basically.
Titus V2.
Yeah, Titus V2. Titus V2. Yeah.
But the demotion holds.
Yes,
because he goes from captain to lieutenant.
Yes, still demoted, but he's been woken up and put back into his colours. So he's back to being a blue boy.
Your favourite.
Your favourite. Yeah. You love him.
Yeah.
There's totally not an entire squadron's worth of dead Space Marines
on my
in the bases.
We'll put a picture of that on the
yeah. There's just a few dead Ultramarines on the bases of my models.
I would go as far as saying a heresy.
Heresy!
Yes, so that happens, and Titus is kind of brought back, given a new mission. And new squad mates.
Yeah.
To go on with, and of course, squad mates.
new equal opportunities criteria squad mates as well. The diversity in Space Marine 2 is incredible.
I mean,
you've even got like the Ginger Scott.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when you
like the ones that you wouldn't expect them to try to include. They did.
They did. They tried,
and it's not just any ginger.
No,
it's Ginger Scott.
It's
Ginger
Scott ginger.
It was a
doesn't
strong
trust
accent.
Titus at all.
you have to slow it down in your head. You have to go, oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes,
like really good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point really going through too many of the missions, but ultimately, they kind of sent off on a number of missions, and it's once again back against the NIDs, which is quite a big difference because you didn't have NIDs in Space Marine 1.
Yeah.
So
and he only got good at killing them because he was in the Death Watch.
So send him in for that, and then at some point you have to go to, I'm trying to remember the name of the tech world, because that's when they went and tried to save one of the tech priests, who held on to the power source that we discovered from Space Marine 1.
Yes.
Which we now understand the
It's being
myth
re-picked
gap.
up.
Yeah, there was quite a cut scene that explains
Yes.
how dangerous.
Yeah.
How dangerous it
believes it
is. You get as far as kind of helping the tech priest escape with the power source until that ship is taken down and the tech priest is killed, but the power source is still mysteriously left behind.
And there's a lot of Egyptian-looking
Yes.
hieroglyphs all over the ship,
Yeah.
hinting towards the 1,000 suns.
Mm-hmm.
And then
A bit of chaos.
yeah, and you can tell it's chaos because he starts to Titus is affected ever so
Yes.
He
slightly.
gets a bit of headache, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a bit of a migraine.
Yeah, he needs a bit
That
of
was like
paracetamol.
me today. Couldn't shake it all day.
Nah. You know what? Didn't take enough paracetamol.
No, it was the monster that did it, actually.
Nah.
Oh, was it too much chaos?
I think it was not enough caffeine.
Not enough
Was there,
chaos.
was there too much blood in your caffeine stream?
There was too much blood in my caffeine. This is a regular occurrence after
Diluted
a weekend. But Thousand Suns, a little bit of backstory. So Thousand Suns are Space Marines that have fallen. They were under Magnus the Red. Is that right? Yeah. Who is basically looks like a devil. Which is very. I don't know why he decided he was. Why he was a Space Marine. It doesn't look like a Space Marine. It looks like a Xenos. And all of the Thousand Suns are turned to dust and entombed inside their warp-infused armor, which is why when you kill them in the game, you pull their heads off and basically loads of dust flies out that's all illuminated with chaos magic.
They are pretty cool because like they don't look too dissimilar to the Space Marines.
They've got tall hats.
Yes, yes, they have very horny hats. That's what they have.
Egyptian-y style.
Egyptian style, very Egyptian style. But other than that, they look very Space Marine-esque.
Yes.
As opposed
they
to some of
do-
the other traitors.
And they do warp around quite, like they jump around quite a lot.
Yes.
I accidentally bought a packet of them thinking they're normal Space Marines when I was getting into doing the painting. And then I looked at it all up and I was like, damn it! But you can't use these. Once I got rid of them.
You know how to use them in there.
No, because they're different armor and everything. So I thought, oh, it's really cool. I like the extra trim and stuff. And then I worked out, oh, they're actually chaos ones. I shouldn't be painting them because then that would be difficult to like.
Justify.
Yeah.
I love how in some aspects you follow the rules, some aspects you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. When it comes to base sizes, bigger is better, but then I can't use them. I just like making scenic bases.
That's fair. No, well, the scenic bases look amazing.
I think yours would work really well in the museum. You know, where they
Yeah,
have
'cause-
the large sets.
Because the issue is, if you're in the game, I believe somebody mentioned that if the base is visible, like in line of sight
You
from
can
behind an
shoot it.
obstacle, even if the Space Marine itself is not.
That was at least
You're
true
gonna
in
get-
9th. I don't know what it is on 10th
Oh,
now.
okay.
It might have changed. But let's just put it this way, they were all based to disadvantage. Quite badly, in fact. Yeah. Some of them are about 2 sizes up. For example, the one on the tank, wherever that one's gone. I think it might have gone back in the box.
Oh yeah.
That one?
No, there's one where it's literally the head of a Lehman Russ tank and then just one tiny miniature on top of it.
Okay.
But yeah. There is a reason that they've got dead people on them, though. The idea was that they fell through a warp into a planet that's a mixture of time, and originally the Ultramarines had been pushed through, but they all got killed. So this is the same battlefield that they
Nice.
got to fight on.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was trying to. Funny enough, I knew some of the Space Marine 1 storyline and went, oh, I could use some of that into the bases of the old warp energy bonanza.
It's super cool.
But in Space Marine 2, we come up against the Thousand Suns.
Yep.
Basically, then now the planet is basically being battered by the Xenos, Thousand Suns, and
Nids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Space Marines, and
It's
messy.
It's all over the
planet.
place.
yeah,
It gets real messy because I think for most of the game it's just you and the Nids,
yeah,
which involves kind of you taking out like the hive tyrants and things like that, which are just all really cool. And then suddenly you've got Chaos Marines
Chows.
and
Chows.
but you also have more than just the Thousand Suns. It's not just the Thousand Suns. It's the Thousand Suns plus
They're demons.
their demons, which complicates
Demons of
things.
Sinch.
I'm not gonna lie, it would have been so much easier if it was just the Thousand Suns.
Yeah, it would.
because you've effectively got a bunch of, Space Marines, the traitor Space Marines that shoot back at you. Great,
And
cool.
you got
Okay,
basically beastmen with scimitars.
but now you've got you got the demons, you got the beastmen with scimitars that basically run at you, stab you. Great, so you're dealing heavy melee, but also dealing with heavy range.
Yeah.
And then you've got the occasional what's the Hellbrute? Yep, that's the chaos version of dreadnoughts.
Which is a dead space marine put into gigantic armor because even in death you serve. But then they turn to chaos, and they basically become a moldy dead space marine in armor until death they serve.
Moldy is actually a great thing. That is
Not quite as moldy as if it was a Nurgle one, but still moldy.
No,
And a little bit. Bleh.
yeah, very much so.
What's the word? Body horror. That's it. It's body horror. It's a type of it's a way that people state how when you've got like muscles growing out.
Oh right, yeah.
It's in the artist. I don't know if it's just in the artist. But in the artist, it was like body horror, where it's like weird mutations sticking out and stuff.
And to be fair, that is most of what you kind of come across, because you have what was it? You have the random flying zoanthropes and neurothropes.
Yeah.
Which are annoying to deal with. And then plus, on top of that, you've got the occasional, I want to say Chaos Marine Wizard, or...
Psycho.
Psycho, yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of...
Sorcerer as well.
Oh, sorcerer. No.
Do they call it sorcerer?
They were sorcerers. Sorcerers. They basically... most of the time, you don't really see them. You'll just be kind of fighting in the middle of a battle, and then suddenly
You get blown up.
You either get blown up, or something that you killed suddenly starts getting resurrected, and you're like, "Hold on, what the fuck?" Okay.
What the thing is, all of their armor is just a sandcastle, so they just have to put the sand in it and pat it down,
Force it back in,
and they're back together again.
I just like to think that the sorcerer's just got a bunch of dream catches,
Yeah.
just catching their souls and just stuffing them into it.
No. You go back there.
Yeah.
No.
No, he's just got loads of sandcastles strapped on his belt, and he just grabs the sand and bugs it in.
Yeah,
Just to keep it for later.
sounds about
Just
right.
in case any more troops.
But yeah,
Do you reckon he's also got like a crab line like you have when you're down the seaside to catch the nids? You know,
Crab
like
line?
you know the what's it called? The fishing line used for crabs, where it's like a little U shape.
never seen that.
Have you never gone to crab fishing?
No. Crab fishing. We always used to use the big cages, the big pots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they were crab traps.
Oh, you see, on the coast of the UK as a child, oof.
Especially when you get the small...
Get yourself a little
live.
pot of cockles,
Yeah.
and then you get yourself it's like I'd say like it's like a U, two U shapes, and then there's a line that goes between with like a hook on the end.
Okay.
And when you're a kid, you just put a cockle on the end, and you drop it down next to the bay.
Yeah.
And wait for it to get tugged, and the crab will grab onto it.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, you never eat them, of course, because UK and
of
fishing laws. But you can grab a crab. So I reckon that's what you had for the
And
mids.
also they also had tiny
do that.
crabs. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't look appetizing.
Well, no, they also little vicious bastards as well.
Oh, they always are.
Yeah.
Always are.
Yeah.
But ultimately we've got a bunch of nids and a bunch of chaos, and it is exactly that. It's chaos. You're fighting both at the same time.
And you are literally walking. You've got to get from point A to point B, and it's literally right in front of you.
And the mechanic is pretty cool with the fact that if there's a scene with both of them in, they're fighting each other.
Yes.
And you can just kind of stand back and watch for a bit and watch them kill each other off.
Yeah.
Not that we did, because we like smashy.
No.
But you can do that.
We did that for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, because
if that.
because the next bit is we then have to try and get to the center of the Mechanicum planet, don't you? Because the bloke that's it's kind of like you have to save the apprentice on the first planet, then you have to.
It wasn't the apprentice. You
Wasn't
first save the main Militarum guy, or the main tech priest.
Mechanicum guy.
that guy dies.
Yeah.
So then you have to go save the
Apprentice.
apprentice.
Because he's
That's
the
it.
only one that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the only one that's
And the
left,
apprentice
that knows.
basically goes a bit Dr. Frankenstein with nutcaseness.
Yes.
He goes, look at you, they can do, la, 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 la. And you're like, nah, mate, you've gone insane.
You know when
Yeah.
that infinite power.
Yeah, he does that.
That's exactly what he does.
So you go down to the center of the planet and find him basically in a fucking Necron tomb world. Necron being essentially, imagine the Terminator franchise, but instead of actual robots, they are the souls of aliens that outlive most of the known universe in Warhammer, who then build themselves mechanical bodies. And every single time you kill them, they just kind of disappear and then reappear
Build
somewhere
themselves.
safe. So yeah.
They enslaved their god
Yeah.
just to say how.
Well, weirdly enough, with also an Egyptian theme. So we've got an Egyptian theme on top of an Egyptian theme
Yeah.
in this. Yeah,
But the Necrons don't do anything.
no, Necrons all of their like artifacts and buildings are there,
Yes.
and Chaos essentially wants to use them
Yes.
to open a massive gate to the warp.
But basically, you got this new tech priest.
And the warp is like
Apprentice.
an ocean.
Yes, the warp is an ocean.
Yeah. It's basically hell. We can cover that briefly.
The tech priest apprentice is kind of, as James said, infinite power. Titus is like, you fool, you fucked up. We already experienced this in Graia. You're going to kill us all. And
And that's when the Scottish man finally takes the side of Titus.
well, before that, we get introduced to the new big bad,
Oh, yeah.
who is god,
Is it Anarok or something
yeah,
like that? He's a
he knows
character that
Titus.
apparently has a backstory which is only stated on the Lexicanon site from this game. But we apparently should know him, but we don't really know him.
and what was it? It was Calgar sent.
Yes, Calgar, who is the head honcho of the Ultramarines of under the Primarch, which basically means he's a
Interim
little
honcho.
bit taller and he's got buffer armor and walks like a badass.
To be no, everything about him is badass.
Other than his first miniature, he looks like he's sitting on the toilet.
Oh yeah, apart from that.
Google it. Trust me, it's funny. So yeah, he basically Calgar sends this bloke into the warp for being heretical, and funnily enough, he then basically turns into a demon for Thousand Suns.
And turns out he'd been kind of manipulating all of this
Yes.
this whole time.
He's the puppet master. There's always a puppet master in these games.
I mean, to be fair, it
Comedy.
Have you
happens.
played the game?
Yeah,
It's
I know.
kind of.
It's Chouse. Yeah, we are the puppet masters.
It happens. It low key happens exactly as it did for Space Marine 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, portal gets open. This new prince or demon prince for Cinch, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Turns up and he's all like, well, he wants to draw Calgar
Yeah. Into warp.
into the warp.
To
And-
basically get revenge.
yes. And basically, this entire thing is a massive revenge story,
Yeah.
just for him to get at Calgar. And what had been missed previously is the missions that you kind of go through. One of them is you as Titus and your squadron basically battling through waves and waves of nids to try and get a message sent out to Calgar. And this is the moment you start realizing, shit, we fucked up.
We put all of this into play ourselves.
Yes,
Oh no.
Yeah, we were kind of falling into that trap. Yes, and then you get to one final kind of pretty epic battle scene, where it's a whole bunch of kind of Primaris Space Marines, Space Marine, versus
pronounce it.
versus this demon prince, and at some point you're about to get overrun. Fucking Calgar turns up, leaps out of his ship like a badass, like a good few hundred feet up in the air.
Brings a nice army with him.
Oh, brings a nice army. I love his like personal like bodyguard
Oh,
soldiers.
yeah.
Like, they are cool. I don't know what they are. I think you mentioned that they had a specific name.
Yeah, then Knight Errants. They're the ones that are in front.
And they're the ones with the gold.
They've got like gold V face plates, and there's a version of it from the box set there.
They are super cool. Super cool.
There it is. I was trying to look through for the model of the Demons of Sinch, who powers lie in sorcery.
Oh, I recognise that one.
It's a big birdie boy.
Yep.
I swear it's like the. It's got a specific name, but it's like Changer of Ways or something like that.
Yes, I remember you mentioned it.
The Sinch is all like
everything's
weird
about change,
manipulation and change,
which is what allows them to teleport and do weird things like that. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Don't like that.
It's very annoying fighting an enemy that's got capability to teleport.
Yes.
Yeah,
because
shooting, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm getting hit."
Yeah. Or you're running away, and you're putting some decent distance away, and it just decides, nah, I'm going to teleport right on top of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's a problem, which the Hellbrew had a massive tendency of doing, and I hated
specifically you.
Specifically,
It was a hate crime.
low key it was. At that point, it was. But yes, pretty epic battle ensues, and at some point you end up with your squadron as Titus following Calgar into the warp.
Yep. In slow-mo.
In slow-mo.
With lots of dramatic thumping sounds as every footstep goes.
You get hit
Well,
by
I
the
mean-
waves of the warp.
I mean, what we already figured out, right? That each one of them is like a ton or a ton and a half. So
They're chonky
they're
monkeys.
fucking heavy. You follow them at the warp. You realise that Calgar's actually trapped
Yeah.
within the warp as well.
Yes.
He's in a special subspace. Of
Yes,
the
special
warp.
It's just like
subspace
constantly fighting.
because of this demon prince wanting to exact revenge on Calgar.
Yeah.
I mean, well, revenge with he likes to fight.
The sorcerer.
True. But he
Just
was
trying to tire him out?
He was fighting. He was fighting a pretty like near infinite battle of constant enemies. So at some point, he was going to have to. Well, he was going to struggle.
He doesn't have to reload his weapons at least.
Exactly. No.
It doesn't really happen.
No.
He just kind of keeps going.
Also, trying to understand how he would reload his like machine
Arm cannons.
arm cannons. I was like, how does that happen?
He must be part.
He must be part orc.
Orc, yeah.
He must be.
He believes they can reload. Therefore, they do.
No, believes that he's just always got ammo.
Yeah.
I am down for that conspiracy.
Yeah.
Calgar's part orc. So that happens. You then have a battle of kind of your squadron versus the Demon Prince. You get tested and like each member of the squadron basically gets put into a subspace to fight on their own as well. So it is quite a tough battle. And then finally, in the end, yourself with Calgar, you kind of beat the ever living shit out of the Demon Prince and close the portal, which is the key thing.
Yeah.
Because once the portal's closed, everything that was connected to the warp somehow gets sucked away. I never got that.
It's like a vacuum cleaner.
It never makes sense. Yeah, but it also didn't make sense.
No, never does make sense.
It never does.
They rely on the warp to exist.
They rely
The
on warp
warp
energy.
The warp was doing warp things,
warp
and the
did-
warp wanted them back.
See, like the warp is like an ocean,
Yeah.
and they all got swept into the current.
Okay. No. The warp is like the ocean. The demons and the chaos marines are the fish. They can't
Yes.
survive without the ocean.
Yes.
The portal to the warp closes. Oh fuck.
You just made sense of chaos.
I know.
Heresy!
Whoa.
Isn't that chaos in itself?
So
External
all that
analysis.
happens, you end up kind of meeting with Calgar. Calgar rewards you. He kind of tells you that he was furious when he found out that you'd been branded as a traitor after Space Marine 1.
Yeah.
And that was kind of part of the reason why he got here as quickly as he did.
Got a nice new helmet.
Yeah, got a nice new helmet.
Shiny
And
red.
then you get introduced to a chaplain. Well, to who the chaplain was. The
He was throughout the game.
The
You
chaplain
had to
was
listen.
He's
to
just
get to
being
know-
a bit of a bitch, and you're like, I recognise this bitchiness from
Yeah,
somewhere.
and you had to listen to him preach.
You do.
Oh, for
Oh,
to
so
get an unlock.
long.
On.
But yeah, he was there throughout the game, and he finally, like, even if you had the subtitles on, it only referred to him as chaplain, up until this final scene when he takes the helmet off, and you realise
It's the little
that
bitch.
little bitch Leandros.
He's been trying to make your life hard, even though you've gone through hell.
And he's like, oh, you may have gained your brother's trust and you've gained Galgar's trust, but I will never trust you.
So
and
you've
you're
gained
just like,
everybody's.
shut the fuck up.
So you've gained everybody's, or your brothers, or the Space Marines, your boss,
Yeah.
your boss's boss,
Yeah.
and he's the only one that's been, as you put it, Greshan.
A little.
A little bit. But bearing in mind, right at the very end, Titus had to effectively break kind of one of the power sources, and he had to use a lot of energy and had to resist the warp a lot to do it. And in doing so, he does go unconscious, and you do hear one mysterious voice, which does say, "Rise, son of Guilliman."
Rise, son of Guilliman.
Everyone in the Warhammer community in general seems to believe that is the Emperor, because it's believers of the Emperor being dead, so heretics, seem to say that it's not.
I think it's his imagination.
I think it's the Emperor. Yeah.
I think he's been on the wacky tobacco.
yeah, but which Emperor is it? Is it the Emperor on the throne, or is it the Emperor that they all believe is the Emperor who is in the warp?
I think this is the Emperor whose body is on the throne, whose
Blink,
soul's
blink,
on the
blink,
warp.
blink.
Luke is blinking.
blink.
Blink. He's trying to comprehend.
But yes, Titus goes through all of that to then get this one little bitch.
Yeah, one little bitch.
But she's like, I don't trust you.
I'm surprised that they didn't do it into the story like, oh yeah, now Leandros, yeah, Death Watch, mate. Well, status 200 years, then Death Watch, right? See you later.
It would have been so funny if...
I think they should do double 400 year sleep.
But the thing is, I mean, like everything about Titus is that he's so honourable, he wouldn't.
But it does make sense that Leandros, the little bitch, that's his new title, is a chaplain.
Oh, no, 100%.
Because he is
biggest rule follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I completely
He
get
loved
it.
the spiel.
Jesus.
This is against the doctrine. How could you?
But
As
yeah.
you can see on
bitch.
subsection 4, paragraph.
That is him in the whole fucking first game.
And then right at the very end, there's a little cutscene where you are effectively asked to join Calgar, who would drop you off at your next very important mission. And
Dad wants to give him a lift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is where Space Marine 2 left.
Yeah. It does continue in an Amazon short series,
Yes.
and
I would definitely recommend watching it.
also now there is a new, it looks like an expansion to Warhammer 40k tabletop, which is also called Titus, which has a really cool new miniature, in fairness, which I'm going to have to avoid buying because I just won't paint it in time to actually care still.
I'd be very surprised if
You
the
don't
next game didn't involve Titus in some way.
Yes, that is what we're chatting around later. I think we should move into whatever modes we got, and then maybe I think we should speculate later on.
True.
What do we think number 3 might bring?
Well, we can just say what they've released recently.
Yes.
They have released, you were saying about his new miniature,
Yes.
and how he has been granted a very nice title.
Very nice promotion.
But yeah, a decent promotion.
Oh, yeah.
But he does have a cape, so
Yes,
he might
he
get
does.
sucked into a jet engine to kill.
Well, he's got a cape, and it's like very...
It's not Disney.
Space Wolfy.
I was going to say Game of Thrones.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no. Space Wolf, I can see.
Yeah.
It's not Incredibles.
No.
True.
No capes.
No caps. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
do you remember the title?
I know he was commander of the second company, but what was his first?
So he's
title?
captain of the second company
Captain of the second
and
company.
master of the watch.
Master of the watch.
Which does make me think about Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because he did have master of the watch.
Yeah.
Yes, so we know big things are coming for Titus,
And we don't know if he's going to be at the next.
and to be fair, I mean, with Space Marine 3, they can put that before.
Yes, they could. So, yeah, there's loads of stuff they could do.
Yes.
There's loads. But
Now-
as whether they want to, I think, make it more fluid and make it not focus on the main character now, because we've got in the Space Marine 2 game, we've got the multiplayer modes as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one mode where you redo the missions, but as different people, in a different area.
Yes.
Which is where you basically you create your own characters, and but are they still?
No,
they're still Ultramarines.
They are
not?
still Blue Boys.
Yeah, they're still Blue Boys, but it's a different version. Then there's play through the main campaign with your mates, being the equal opportunities criteria of a two.
Yep.
And then we've got the version which is just hordes and hordes.
There's just infinite waves. So that's siege mode.
Yeah, which alternates between NIDS and Thousand Suns, where you can change your armor and make it your own, and spend an incredible fortune on DLC to get lots of aesthetics, which if you spend the money on the DLC, you don't instantly unlock. You then have to play the game enough to then use the tokens to still unlock it, which I thought was a bit of a piss take, to be honest.
Well, why? I mean, you
It's
have to buy the miniature.
It's just an aesthetic, though. It's like I paid the money to make it match the dudes that I'd already painted. And I was like, what? Now I have to actually play enough to then unlock the thing that I just bought. What?
It's a bit opposite to how most games work.
Yeah, normally you just that's what I was.
It's not a pay to win.
I don't see it as a bad thing. I was just kind of surprised because everything else you just pay to get the thing.
It's a pay to play more.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I think it's kind of clever if it wasn't for the fact that every other game did the opposite. That's what makes it annoying.
Yeah.
But I do like the customization menu, and it does, I think, open up a lot of people to, I can change my dudes, and then I think it's quite a clever marketing thing because, I could then buy the miniature and then paint it to look like the guy that I designed. I can buy this and this, and then you kind of get sucked into the world of tabletop.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No. Well, I tell you what, I painted all my Marines before Space Marine 2. As before the podcast, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to paint another one for a little while. Yeah, that took a long time.
And also, I think we've said this before. You buy an army, you paint it. By the time you finish painting it,
The rules have changed.
Yeah, the rules change and you've got the shittest army again. And you're like, so unless you're like somehow unemployed but with loads of money and loads of time, and you can paint an entire army in a few weeks, it's difficult to paint them to a high level.
Or you just do not have a life.
Yes.
Like you just spend
Yes.
100% of your time on this.
Or if you're so rich, you just get somebody else to paint them for you.
Yeah.
But back to the gameplay. One thing I did like about it, and I've said to you guys before this podcast is I like the fact that there's a story / campaign mode that you can do multiplayer.
Yes.
I really, really like that.
Yeah,
It makes it extra entertaining.
I've missed that so much because it harkens back to doing split screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so many games online now are just deathmatch or battle royale or capture the flag, and
Which to be fair, like this game still has. It
Yes.
has a PvP deathmatch
you can
element.
do that.
But it's also, I'd say, the least played thing, personally.
Yeah. I'd rather play the alternative. Now we've done the main mission together.
The alternative.
I'd quite like to do the alternatives where you're the other people in different areas, and that version, because we played a bit with John, but I feel like if you maybe follow it through more with the story, it'll be more interesting.
So some of them so if you remember one of the final missions, there was when you land on the planet that has now been consumed by warp, or the warp's kind of consuming it, and you know how you had the massive towers.
Yeah.
And at one point, not Titus, and also not the Black Space Marine, the other guy.
Right.
He has
The
a
Asian
suggestion of, I think there's a way of how we can take it apart, which is there's a crashed Space Marine ship on that planet, and its engines are still running.
Oh yeah,
So
you
we
play
think
them, don't you?
We think we can kind of get that ship up and crash it, but you as Titus and your squadron, you have to go place the beacon so that
Light the beacon.
so that the damaged ship, which doesn't have a navigation system, can fully track the beacon and take the thing out.
Yeah.
So when you play the other Space Marine missions mode, that's a mission you get access
cool.
to, where you get to
I remember,
resurrect the ship.
didn't we play? Is there one where it starts at a really dusty desert area, and you run across and
We played that in the main.
a little bit, and then you go in, or is that the main mission?
The main mission is where you have to you have to basically run from rock to rock, or you get.
Yeah, blasted by sand.
Yeah, that is one mission. Yeah.
Okay, I remember that one briefly. I feel like we might have played that one a long time ago. When you maybe first got it before we did the main story mode.
Yeah.
I think it was like a...
All I remember is we played the game a bit quick.
We nailed it in a weekend.
Was bad.
Yeah, we stayed up till, what was it, 2:30?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
morning. Yeah.
Because we started at, 8-ish, finished at 2:30 for the first 12 chapters.
To be fair, before all of this, we had played so much Siege mode,
Yeah.
which is insanely difficult.
Yes.
And like I remember when we first started, like bear in mind, okay, so Siege mode has 25 rounds, I think, and every 5 rounds it alternates between Nids and Chaos and Nids, and it gets harder. And the thing is, I remember the first few times we played it, we didn't even make it outside the first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And then we started consistently getting to round 10. Then we started consistently getting around 15.
Yeah. That's it so far.
Myself and John made it to round.
Yeah, you guys did.
Myself and John made it
Was
to
that
round.
with someone superly high level as well, by some chance?
No. We were carrying him, but
Okay.
it was just myself and John just had like I think just everything fall into place where
Nice.
we basically didn't spend any money in the first round or the second round. We were just doing them ammo-less.
Yeah.
And yeah, we somehow managed to get to around like 21, 22. But yeah, no. We spend so much time playing that, which is so much more difficult than any of the missions you come across in campaign.
Yeah.
We were breezing past everything.
Yeah.
And we clocked it the moment we realized the sheer number of health packs we kept coming across. We were like,
That was another one.
do you need one? No. No. Do you need it? No.
I was just using it and getting an illegal high every now
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then.
He was
Out of
just using it
boredom.
just
He was
to
getting
use
high
them.
on the Emperor's supply.
The Emperor's supplies. He protects and supplies.
But yeah,
I do think if we were to play it again, we'd have to increase
the difficulty for sure. We'd have to, yeah.
Because that was standard, wasn't it? We played on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how easy.
I think there's quite a step up on the next
yeah.
one.
I watched a gameplay of it, and it's basically the next level up is like double the amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think probably would have been okay for us.
Okay, we might have managed it. Might have died a few
we
times.
might have, yeah.
I don't think any of us
Died.
died
No.
at all.
No, I think it would have been very close to what we were used to.
Yeah, more like Dark Tide when we play that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall, it's as a game goes.
That's a good game.
I was a bit sceptical.
I'm gonna say one thing. It's the best damn Warhammer game I've seen come out.
Yes.
I've tried a fair few of them.
I'm comparing it to Dark Tide. I prefer this.
Yes.
Well,
Dark Tide is very much just slog through countless enemies
Yeah.
on a linear path. This has got data slates. You can actually get a bit of story in between. There's a bit more lore behind it in general, where Dark Tide just doesn't make sense.
no.
Dark Tide's got a ceiling, I think, with the game, because you get to the certain level and
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, they've tried to change that. You said there's a new.
There's a new operator now where you basically play Judge Dredd with a police dog.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I've actually already found a knockoff metal miniature for that as well, which is quite
Nice.
funny. But yeah, they've done updates, but it's a case of you go in, you just do the same missions again, but with different characters, and the story isn't really there.
Well, to be fair, we had the massive challenge of trying to beat the twins, right?
Yeah.
In Dark Tide.
We did it.
And we kept pursuing that. And then we did it, and then after that, I was like, oh.
That's it. There's
There's
nothing
nothing
I
else.
thought another story might pop up afterwards that carries on, but no.
No.
I will say this: if you get to either of you get to play, or any listeners, Vermintide 1 and 2, because that's made by the same people that did Dark Tide. But if you play one mission after the other, there's a story.
That's crazy.
And it follows basically the end of the fantasy old world before it blows up. So it's quite a cool setting. And in general, I'd say Vermintide 2, the graphics still hold up pretty good. It's about the same as Dark Tide, maybe a little bit worse. Yeah, I was a bit... Originally, I told you guys, I played the beta of Dark Tide. I just kind of put it down and went, I've played a bit, it's okay. And then it came out as being really cheap on a discount, and we all got it. And I was like, that's all right for that price.
Yeah, I think for the price we paid, it was good.
Yeah, but it's not a game that I'd go in and say, yeah, definitely play it. But Space Marine
2,
to be
yeah,
honest, 2.
100%.
And if you enjoyed 2 and you enjoyed the story, you probably want to go back and play 1, to be honest. It's not as good, but it is kind of cool to see the orcs.
It's cool to see the orcs.
And
Well,
smash them up.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
this is kind of what leads on to our next bit on chatting about Space Marine 3. I hope they
Because
just...
we definitely have insight from the studios creating these games to know exactly what's going to be in them. Not.
But if you want to...
We hope.
We hope.
Well, I mean...
You hope for Necrons, right?
Space Marine 1 gave us access to orcs
Yeah.
and chaos. And what were the Chaos Marines in Space?
So they were standard chaos, but they definitely had blood letters, which are normally aligned with Khorne, which is
Blood for the blood god.
god. Yeah.
really cool. When they die, they would like glow and kind of explode and fire. It's a really cool visual.
Well, I mean, this is the nice thing about having chaos as the enemies, because there's a lot of different options. Because you have each of the traitor gods. Is that what they're called? Traitor gods?
Traitor legions.
Traitor legions, and each of the chaos gods.
Yeah.
Um,
They're fallen Primarchs.
and all of them can be so incredibly different because you've got, we've seen Cinch's
Wibbly-wobbly,
Thousand
tiny
Suns,
whiny,
we've seen the bloodletters for Khorne, but we've still yet to see anything for Nurgle, anything for... Oh god, I don't remember the names. I don't remember the names.
Just right, Greshan is a dumb bitch in the comment section. I dare you.
I don't remember the names. I don't know the names.
Slanesh.
Slanesh is the horny one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very.
No.
The old models had titties.
Oh, there's just 4, they're 5.
Oh god, now you're testing me. Khorne,
Yeah.
Nurgle, Slanesh, Cinch.
So, Blood for the Blood God. You got the Change.
The book is
You've
the book
got-
of knowledge.
You got the poison and sickness and cave. Yeah, that one. That's Nurgle. And then Slanesh is greed, I suppose. Chaos God.
I wonder if it'll be something along the lines of, how we had the Tyranids and and Chaos Space Marines. You might have Necrons and Space and
Well, I mean, I think the obvious big enemy that we haven't come across in either of the Space Marines is Necrons.
yeah, I'm thinking
This is the
you might
closest we got
start
to.
off with.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
This is the closest we got to seeing them because we saw the Tomb World, which definitely could be like I think Necrons is just a.
I think that is only.
Is it just those 4?
Yeah, the 4 gods.
I was right. Cool.
Yeah. Is the other stuff we're thinking of is kind of adjacent.
Right.
Because you've got Dark Eldar, who are basically butt sex elves from space.
Cool.
Thank you for putting it that way.
Interesting way of putting it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, they are.
I don't know. You're looking at me as if I should know. I don't know.
Eldar are elves who
Yeah.
kind of went a bit chaosy and went, oh, that was a bit too much, wasn't it,
Yeah.
lads?
Like, calm down.
And then we've got Dark Eldar, who basically
Want to go even.
they went full like extreme. They wanted more food, they wanted more sex, they wanted more this, that, and they're the ones that birthed Slanesh
Of course.
from
yes.
So a lot of them stayed on that dark path, and others toned it back slightly and went, "Oh, we went a bit far there, lads. Whoops a daisy, we made a god." So yeah, and one of the stories is always is like oh, they wanted sex, and they went with butt sex, and then they went with orgies, and that is literally how the lore kind of progresses in one way.
Nice.
There's a lot of that, which is kind of why a lot of the Slanesh demon stuff looks like they're just wearing BDSM gear.
Right. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So they are like you're I think there's like some where it's like they're gorgeous and beautiful, and then others where it's like, no, that's out of a BDSM shop. Yeah. What is that? So yeah.
Cool. Okay. So in terms of things
So you got those. You got Eldar and Dark Eldar we haven't seen. Which basically elves in space.
wait. Are Eldar bad?
I mean, according to the Imperium.
Any Xenos.
Any Xenos, yes.
There are no good guys, I'd say. They're all just trying to survive each other because they just hate each other constantly. Other than the Tau, who just want to get everyone into the greater good.
Although the Tau are, I mean,
and if
the
you
Emperor
don't
has
join them,
decided
they kill
that the
them all.
Tau, have to be killed. So the Tau,
Yes, because they're Xenos.
yeah,
Yes.
So Tau have to be eradicated.
I can't remember in the lore if the Imperium has technically been in contact with a Tau that much. Because the Tau are really small players.
No,
There's a
but-
random Xenos
but-
faction.
They've only got like 3 or 4 planets beyond them. Like,
They're very small players.
But the Tau have come across them because the Tau took down a dreadnought and then opened it up and then realized just how fucking old it was and then realized just how young they were as a civilization, and they're like, well, shit.
Yeah.
The Imperium is so much older than us.
Yeah. So you got those Xenos races.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you've got Necron, which we haven't actually seen in the games, other than the structures.
if you were to go by like what we saw in the game, that logically the next one would be
Necrons make sense.
They wake up from the same planet, basically.
yeah.
That would make the most sense.
Especially
I was
after
amazed they
their
didn't do a
war.
cutscene at the end, right?
No, I know. Yep.
They
I
might
was quite
do,
let down
They
on
might do
that.
before if they release.
Yeah, because what they did was the whole planet was deactivated, so it had no lights on. Then they swapped it round so it was purple lights going to the big central thing, and then they flip it the other way, and the lights all change to green, which is the color of the Necron power force.
Yep.
And I'm like, did you just wake them all up then?
So
They all go. "Ugh." Well, that was a big nap. Who the fuck's these guys on the planet?
Wait, what? There's a planet above us.
the thing I'm confused by is, from my very limited knowledge of Necron tomb walls, is that what they're called?
Yep.
Is they, bunch of Necrons all sleeping,
Yep.
but there is always one Necron that basically looks after it.
Look, he was bored and he saw the slideshow that was going on.
Yeah. He could have also just died or been ripped apart by the Mechanicum.
True, but I'm also pretty sure that there would have been a backup system for that. The Necrons were careful when it came to...
They are also known for having system failures, though.
Also true. They're
Yeah.
valid. But
I think there's a lot of books. I think
they-
some of them do have ones where they fail to wake up fully.
I see.
The way I always heard it described, it kind of reminds me of, if anyone who listens knows the Cybermen stuff from the 60s and 70s, where there's a tomb world, which basically it's a place where they're all frozen and they're meant to have a backup system where it defrosts them all, but something can get in the way and stop that from happening.
Right.
Which is what happens in Doctor Who Tomb of the Cybermen. They start to wake up and then the Doctor manages to stop it happening.
Right.
That's how they That's how they stop
Yeah.
them from the tomb worlds from waking up.
Yeah.
Is they mess around with the systems.
Yes.
Because that was the one thing that was kind of surprising, because there was a lot going on that planet. Okay, let's say the Mechanicum didn't fuck around too much with the tomb world, so for the Necron would have been cool. You're not really fucking around with us too much.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then the whole warp scenario happens.
Yeah.
Big portal gets opened up. The planet's, effectively got portals opening up everywhere, warp creatures coming out from everywhere. Full-on war goes on. And I was like, surely that must have triggered something
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
Necron Tomb World to be
They
like,
don't care.
Yeah.
They actually
They-
don't care.
So that they want to just survive. And if
Exactly.
they're going to be left alone,
no, but that's the thing. With the kind of chaos kind of starting up, that surely is like the biggest danger there.
No, because they actually have the ability to close the warp.
No, true. But
They don't care.
But with the warp's presence kind of being there,
It probably made them
The planet's
toss or turn
probably
on the
out.
bed.
in their Egyptian style
Yeah.
sarcophaguses.
Yeah,
Like, oh, something going on outside.
Oh, can you please be quiet, these ants?
I always imagine them being so posh.
just posh robots.
Yeah, you are right. If it was to cause something, it would have been the warp to wake them up.
Because I'm sorry, there was a fucking demon prince and the god of like
God of Change or
god of change, like
something
one
of
of
change.
Cinch's like main demon bads.
That probably would have woken
Like
them up,
both
actually,
of them were there in the same place.
I think it's meant to be a physical manifestation of Cinch.
Of Cinch.
Yeah, or at least in tabletop, it's meant to be the closest thing to it.
Like it's insane the level of seniority of Cinch's kind of
And
control
what would have been worse
that was there.
if Cinch actually went, I'm going for a stroll outside today.
Yeah.
But like that's just how we're not talking just run of the mill Cinch's army. No. These are pretty senior members of. I love how I'm referring to Cinch's army as an organization.
Senior leadership.
I can tell you're from a corporate world.
The senior leadership of Cinch's organization turned up.
Do they have deliverables?
They have
Are they going to circle
they
back
have
in the next
KPIs.
one?
They have KPIs.
Guys.
But yes,
They're going to take some of it offline.
I mean, if you consider the sheer amount of chaos power that was there,
Yes.
we're talking a lot. We're talking very close to Cinch.
I mean, they're not exactly slow at waking up. They are quite. No, sorry, they're not as quick.
They're not fast.
Yeah.
In that
It can
case,
take hundreds of years.
in that case,
You might be right then.
they might have been woken up. It's just once this whole fight's finished, Space Marines are fucked off. You've just got that. I just like to think of like a old like 1970s computer with like a single green light blinking, just booting, booting up.
Well, they're so old, they're just running DOS. They've got a BBC Micro down there.
That's what I would like to believe.
I just think they have one of those chimes, the one you go ding,
Oh yeah.
and then it just stops, and then it goes.
just slowly starts waking him up. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I think you might be right because of like what Luke said, the green light, which I did when we were playing it. I was like,
It was very obviously green.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, it's starting to be. Is it green? Oh, it's
No,
It's definitely gone green.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that is the color of the Necrons.
Yeah.
So it does make sense, and it wouldn't surprise me if they had Necrons versus potentially some other small
Chaos.
If we circle back though to the corporate level.
corporate level.
So, if we look at releases from GW, what they're probably going to want to do is re-infuse one of the ranges they haven't done a lot in a while. Which is the thing that I'm not sure about now. So, they've got the problem in Space Marine 1, they have the Orcs and they've got Standard Chaos. So that kind of ticks those two off. You can't really bring them back, I wouldn't think, for the third one. Then we've got Thousand Suns and Nids. Nids in the Biofan has been the latest release, so that's probably why they were so heavily involved in Space Marine 2.
Who's currently?
So we've got Nurgle, and then we've got I think people like the Tau. And the things I don't want to say Necrons because 9th edition, the one where I bought all my stuff back in 2019, not too far away, but it did a complete refresh of all the Necron stuff.
Oh,
So
unlikely that they'd want
it
to do
feels
another.
unlikely that they would want to push it. But what they could do is do a similar thing like they did in both the previous games, where they have two villains. Now they didn't refresh the Orc range very much for that game. In fact, it just kind of
They just did
those
a rule
models just
change.
kind of they add now and then a little bit.
Yeah.
So they could maybe do the Necron and do a couple of new models
Yeah.
for the starter villain,
And then make
and
it.
then bleed in another Chaos God, which
Nurgle.
would probably be Nurgle.
To be fair, Nurgle would be cool.
But then again, they've also done a lot of Nurgle stuff in the last few years because of Dark Tide.
In that case, they could do.
I don't think they'll do
Slanesh, I suppose.
Tau.
They could do Slanesh.
Although
Slanesh is
Slanesh's stuff in
It's not PC.
in a video game. Yeah, I was going to say that's getting sketchy.
But out of all of the releases, that is probably the one that they could do an upgrade with the models
So it's
to
not
make
as
them more PC.
Yeah.
And at the same time put them into the game for the first time.
True.
So I'm betting my money on the fact that the Chaos is going to be Slanesh.
Yep.
But when it comes to the other bit, it might,
think it might be
the
Necrons.
Necron based on what we saw at the end.
I can't imagine it's Tau because they've not done.
No.
Why could it not be Tau? Because
well,
I was going to say could it be Necrons and Tau.
It would depend on what they release in the next.
Everyone also hates Tau. Like it's a bit like everyone hates the Blue Boys joke.
Well,
Like the Ultramarines.
Everybody hates Tau because when they came out, they were.
They were silly good.
Well,
and now they're silly shit.
so
That's why I've stopped painting.
So surely this is like perfect for GW because if they want to drive more sales for Tau,
I just can't see a story in it.
They've not been. I don't think they've been in the universe
Yeah.
long enough. They've only got 3 or 4 planets. Yes, they are developing stupidly quick.
Yeah.
but they're not there yet.
No.
sure.
I would love to see Eldar. Like seeing like some of the old old vehicles brought in.
Eldar's even smaller, right? Because there's not too many of them.
In terms of history, they
But
are.
they are weaved into a lot
Yes.
of stories with the Space Marines.
That would make sense for them to build on what you said, that they could bring out something new, games which could bring it, because they've already brought out, like you said, they've already brought out the Tau. They're building that story up.
They've had a lot of new models in the last few years, the Tau.
Oh, they
Have
have.
they? Okay.
Yeah.
They've had and
Some really nice new ones, actually.
yeah, but they've been nerfed.
Yeah.
I'm not salty. And then, but the Eldar, they've only got the heritage side
Yeah.
of it, like the
They have some new models and they have got some new sculpts, but they haven't done what I would say a complete refresh.
not like they did with the Space Marines, not like they've done
No,
with
the poster boys.
yeah.
But at the same time, as I said, they don't have to do a complete refresh to justify having them in the game. It's more of like giving everyone a turn. So you want to make sure that all of the people who play Warhammer, all of their factions come up over time. And you also want to make sure that in the video game you don't repeat stuff too much.
Yep.
So it's like those two things aligning. It feels like maybe Necron, Slanesh, and possibly Eldari stuff.
It would make sense, like like how we had Necrons appear very briefly, as in just 2 months. They could do something like that with the Eldar or something for another game,
Yes.
because the
They
Necrons
hate,
and the
hate each other.
yeah, it's a
They're basically the 2 oldest races in the known universe at the moment. And they fucking hate each other.
that's Eldar and Necrons, right?
Yeah. Or what were they called before they turned into Necrons?
well, what's the rumor that the Emperor is? He's not an Eldar. He's the ones that were
Oh, the old ones.
yeah that they were before all
Yeah.
this. Was it the old ones that created what the Necrons were?
Yes.
And the Eldar.
Yes.
So they're kind of siblings.
They really don't get on very well.
And they had like the first inter-universal battle.
That's
From what I've read, I could be wrong on that, but I can't.
I think a fun potential option to check out there is actually if we go on the basis of kind of Games Workshop don't really want to be coming out with a brand new lineup of stuff. They go for one of the chaos ones, so you can do Slanesh or Nurgle and hold on to the Nids. The only reason why I say hold on to the NIDs
They won't be gone.
is, well, I mean, same thing with the orcs. They won't be gone, but the NIDs, everything we know about the NIDs means that they can change so quickly, and it's so dependent on what planet they're fighting against, who they're fighting against. They change their physicality to the challenge. So you can come out with a whole new range of NIDs, and all you have to do is make some bullshit lore up about, these particular planets are very different, therefore the NIDs have to be really, really different. And that's all they have to do, and then suddenly you're fighting a brand new enemy that you've never come across.
Yeah.
So that's a nice way of Games Workshop being able to use
That
the
would
same...
be a good way of bringing, for instance, the Towing.
Yes.
Because they are so different. They're not good up front, like they
Good at range.
but at range, so the NIDs might have to adapt a little bit. So it could be something like that.
Yeah.
But I suppose the answer is we don't know.
No, we don't know. But I bloody hope the next game is as good as this one was.
Yeah.
Although I would like the story mode to be a bit longer. Just a
Yes.
little bit.
Just a smidge.
Because
with a bit more choice.
it was
And
just
a bit more.
enjoyable.
I feel like if you could increase the world size a little bit, so it's a bit more open world with a
Yeah.
direction that you've got to go to, but you can explore.
Yeah,
A bit more.
This was a bit
maybe
too
like side
linear.
quests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want The Witcher 3 of the Warhammer?
No.
world?
No. But I think you should have the main storyline, a bit like I think Hogwarts Legacy does it,
Yeah.
where you can, not as bad as that because that was implemented quite bad, where you could do the side missions and gain all the
Gain all the things, then do the main mission.
and then do the main
so
mission,
easy.
and you're like, oh, I already know every spell. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But in the main mission, you've got small side missions that you can go and collect, like for instance the data slates.
Yeah.
But do something along those lines where it makes the world feel a bit bigger,
Yes.
than it is. I just think something like that would be make it feel open world, but not.
I think they were partway there, this one.
They were very
because,
close.
like, just walking around and listening to every little group of Militarum chatting to each other.
All the conversations.
It was
Yeah, yeah.
really nice to see that amount of effort was put into
And
all
even in the
little
ship.
conversation.
Yeah.
Even in the ship.
Even when bar that one day with that one little bit of glitching where the surrounding troops were all in formation and weren't moving.
Oh yeah, that was a weird one.
But I think that was down to because I was running it, so it probably was my Wi-Fi. To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know if we were meant to have sniper scopes at that point to see them that far in the distance.
Yes.
Yeah, there is that. You did keep on that one, but I think the fact that it did feel like an open world, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like there was always something going on in the background, and there was always the radio chatter that you got.
Yeah.
That was always good. But I think just make the mission a little bit bigger.
Yes.
But that's it.
Maybe even make it so you can do little bits in maybe a slightly different order. If you go one way or the other way.
Yeah, and
Give
then,
a little bit of choice, but not so much that it changes the main story arcs. That's not really difficult to develop. But it makes it feel a bit more free.
yeah, like you've got a choice, but it all leads to the same thing.
Also, make it 4-player.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Make
Please,
it
like
4-player.
the 3-player was.
Annoying.
Yeah, it was
Because that's
not gonna lie, very unnecessary.
And we all play it.
Yeah.
And then the deathmatch one, make it bloody crossplay where it's PvP, please.
Yeah.
Why is that one mode not?
I was gonna say, like the whole PvP, like we're not talking, COD or Battlefield or.
It's like Halo Smashy Smash.
Yeah, exactly. It's predominantly melee. We're not talking fine marksmanship where the difference between PC and console is so massive. We're not talking that kind of crazy level. So I have no idea why they decided to keep it separate.
Oh, it's so weird.
It
It's
needs to be
baffling.
the main story needs to be 4-player.
Yeah.
Yep.
A bit like Dark Tide, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was really good to play.
Yeah, it was because we get all of us on it.
And it should be, I think, was it on Dark Tide where you could choose to have 3 or 4?
Yeah, you could.
Like if you were in a closed game, for instance, with just us,
I don't know.
You just have a bot, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
they could do something like
Yeah.
that.
Which is like how Space Marine is if you're playing on your ones. You just
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a bot with you,
Yeah.
but then you can have people join later.
Also, full play would actually make the little loading screens in the ship it would look right of
Yeah.
having two Space Marines on
Yeah.
one side, two Space Marines on the other side, not just two in one.
Oh, also, when they're loading, could they add like some
Talking,
talking, movement?
Moving, anything really.
Explain the
not
mission.
not just awkward silence.
Yeah,
Of like
yeah. Could you explain the mission? A bit of elevator music, at least.
all of
or a
those bits
mini
would be
game.
funny.
Yeah, or
Something.
something. Because it is so boring.
It was like that meme version of what we watched for Space Marine 2 when it going, "Rah!" And then suddenly it's silent and we're just sitting there in the ship. And then, "Rah!" It's just like, what? Why is there this random quiet bit?
And I get the loading. You have to.
You don't even have to show just show like the word loading with a picture of the ship or something. It doesn't need
Flying
to have this
somewhere
weird like
or-
silent scene. We're just sat there staring blankly at each other.
Or just get them going, brother. Brother.
Or we have buttons so we can press and say
Yeah.
stuff.
So
How did you find it today? Brother!
Heresy.
Heresy. Are you a heretic?
Yeah, brother vibes.
Really bad
Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Marine jokes.
All I'm hoping is what they do not do for the next one is just do chaos.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the one thing I'm immediately spotting is that there's a lot of possibilities with chaos, because there's a lot of different. I mean, one, you have the different chaos gods. Two, you have all the different chaos legions, which is there's a lot.
And if you do, in that case, you need to become a proper ultramarine when you're able to play it. When you're doing the campaign, not the campaign mode, the
Siege mode.
I just want a bigger gun and a sword.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the poxy gun where it takes a whole magazine to bring something down.
Yeah. Yeah, the siege mode is a bit annoying. It would be cool. It would be cooler or make more sense if it was the first wave is just basic nids, and then the second wave is just the next level, and the next wave is just the next thing, maybe with the odd nid in. Mm-hmm. But the fact that like by the time you get to like the last level, it takes a few shots to kill a standard nid. It's like they all level up as you go up the levels.
They get harder.
They
and
don't.
harder
They
to
don't.
kill.
They should just have more.
Just more of them.
More of
Yeah.
the different levels.
Yeah, 'cause when
there
it
are
gets-
more nid
Yeah.
models.
Like when they are a pain when there's loads of them.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. They're like the swarms get deadly.
That's why you need the hammer.
I want a Space Hulk level on multiplayer, where you play Terminators going into a ship that's infested with nids, like the game Space Hulk that you used to be able to get. But actually done well, because that was shit. I just want to, it's kind of like it's kind of like a Slender Man game where you got just the torch to see, but you're a friggin' mega
that's
machine,
cool.
and you have to basically take out all the nids on the ship.
I would like
It's
to play.
cool.
I would like to play as a Space Marine within a knight.
Yeah, that's the thing. When they do the online
that'd be
game,
good.
instead of just maybe rolling out a dreadnought, maybe a bit like they did in the game you guys are playing,
Maybe
Helldivers 2,
you become the dreadnought.
become the dreadnought.
Yeah.
Would be cool, and then your character becomes an NPC for a little bit.
Yep.
Um,
when you said that, I thought you were going to say, yeah, like you're going to drop in a knight. And be like, that's a bit unfair.
I mean, they could do.
It would help.
They
I mean, the size difference between a knight.
Imagine
and-
if number 3 they did like they did on like Star Wars Battlefront and COD, and they've got your story mode, you've got your small skirmish mode, you've got your PvP, so the stuff we got, and then they have Armageddon mode where it's like hundreds of thousands of people and bots in a giant battlefield, and you can literally shoot enough people to get enough points to get into the night for a set time. A bit like how in some of the Battlefront games you get some time in the 8080.
They could call it Apocalypse. Like the Apocalypse.
mode.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I think the one easy thing to do right now, now that I've played Helldivers 2 and seen Helldivers 2, is just make Helldivers, but make it a Warhammer version.
I bet there's a skin somewhere.
No,
No, but like a proper game.
no. But like do it properly, because
It does look very clunky. in a lot of respects. So yeah, I can see it being improved.
It's the first time I've ever played a game where it's genuinely everyone who plays the game is contributing towards one thing.
Yeah.
That gameplay would suit really well for Warhammer. It's been a long time since I've actually gone, I really like a game.
Yeah.
I mean, my last one genuinely probably was Halo.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Is this for what's it called? Space Marine 2 or
No,
Helldivers?
Helldivers.
Oh, very fair.
It is very Halo-esque.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But that story, not the story, the gameplay you could not necessarily copy it, but like take the good bits
Yeah.
and turn that into.
Yeah,
Space
there's a mode missing.
Yes.
Shall we say?
Yeah, there is.
It feels like you've got in number 2 you've got most of the good game. Number 1 is just a story mode, really. Number 2, you've got some good modes, but they're just missing a little bit, and you can kind of tell it was made by a smaller studio for that reason.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the revenue they've managed to gain from being so successful means that they can expand their department and actually get more people in and make number 3 have this additional functionality and modes.
I hope they do, though. I hope they don't
Just
turn
don't
it.
ruin the normal
Just
stuff.
well, I mean, this
Keep
is
those guys on. Keep using
this
them
is-
for all the other stuff. Just have a new team to do extra bits.
Like, make the world a little bit bigger. Like, make them.
I mean, basically the hope is that they don't do a Ubisoft where they destroy their franchise.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they did with Assassin's Creed.
exactly.
Because they they took a sledgehammer to it.
Yeah.
On the plus side with this one, the stories and the lore is so rich and deep that they'd have to get it by Games Workshop first, or
Yes.
destroy the story at least.
Yeah. But I mean, the story might be good, but the gameplay needs to continue on the trajectory it is, where it's good now, and even visually the game is very good. They just need to build on what they've had. Not
I've got one
don't redo
request
it, just
that
build
I'd
on
like though. Please just do the old-fashioned mode where you go into the menu, you can click first or third person, because I'm much more of a first-person player. And even though it's cool to see them slash around and stuff, I would like to swap to it, because the amount of most of the game, I don't know if you guys realise this, but I'm running around with a scope on it all the time, so I can play it in almost first person.
Mm-hmm.
It's really annoying when it deselects the scope, and it goes back into third. I'm like, come on, I'm just using the gun. Let me shoot. Let me shoot. So just having that switch, like they used to in what game was it? It might have been Battlefront again, actually. There's been a few games like from that sort of era where you could go from third person to first person, and it doesn't. If anything, first person gives a disadvantage, but you're doing it optionally, and if you want to do it, let people be shitter.
It's I mean, you are right. So going first person does put you at a disadvantage, but it is also is more complex for them to do. So it's I completely understand why they chose not to. Also, when it's a game like Warhammer where it's all about kind of hack and slash,
It's more about a spectacle.
it's predominantly hack and slash with chainswords and stuff like that.
Just give me a hard
person looks epic.
Just give me a hard set if I'm not doing a hack and slash character. I've got a gun, please. Because also the other annoying thing is when you go into the scope mode, you no longer run. So even if you don't have a scope, you've got an iron sight and you're looking down the sight. It should be. It basically looks like you're just holding it in a first person, so you should be able to run with it still as well. It just annoyed me. It was a little thing that did annoy me because I'm used to first person.
You can't sprint. You can still walk.
Yeah.
I mean. To be fair, try running with a gun aiming in. That's difficult because sprinting does
super soldier.
no
Power armor. Armor help.
no
Armor fast.
no absolutely
Armor
not.
equal better aim.
It does
Better.
not.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
No, it doesn't.
It does in Warhammer because fiction.
Oh. Does that mean they're all related to the orcs? Because they believe they are better in that armor.
They believe in the Emperor, so I.
It's the sole reason the Emperor's alive.
Yeah,
the
the
orcs
orcs
still
believe.
believe he's alive. I love that as a conspiracy. It's great.
Definitely correct. Definitely.
I think what we're getting at is the game is actually
Yes.
pretty good.
If we gave it a star rating, how high would you go? Out of 10.
Out of 10, I was going to say out of 5. Out of 10, I would say
7.5.
yeah,
maybe.
I'll say 7.
Yeah, I was thinking 7 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's across the board. We've thought similar. That's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Visually, it's very
It's
good.
it's good. It's not like amazing.
No.
It's not. You know, it's not.
It's the best Warhammer game
yeah.
that's
Yes.
come out.
But then again, to be fair, it was genuinely only up until recently one of the only Warhammer games I'd ever even heard of.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I brainwash effectively. You should hire me, Games Workshop. Chat.
We do accept sponsorships.
And
We would
free
love to.
models, always. So, I think...
That's a good-
Oh, ow! I just whacked my ear against it.
Nice.
Deafened myself.
Smooth.
Oh no, that was an awful bit.
And on that note,
We are at 1 hour 30, so...
I think it's a good place to stop
I think
Yeah.
if there's anyone still there... Hello!
if you are still there, thank
for
you.
staying so late. Don't forget to follow us on Apple Music, Audible,
YouTube.
YouTube, which now has its own channel, which we
Spotify.
now on Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you enjoyed today's episode, shoot a comment below. Let us know.
Leave us a like.
Who do you think was the dumbest of Dum Dum Bitches today? Make sure you let us know.
And if you did make it to this time, please put down Dark Tide in the comment section.
Yes. Dark Tide.
And then put in brackets Scottish accent.
Yes. No reason other than it just sounds good. But yeah,
it.
Until next time, I'm Luke.
I'm Greshan.
And I'm James.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.